watching the brat. ChesaTheBrat, yeah. Get a subscriber tab. ChesaTheBrat. Turn around.
Hey y'all.
I remember thinking, I'm about to beat this bitch up.
Okay, wait. Before y'all try to beat me up, let me explain, okay? First of all, if there's like an echo, I'm sorry. Me and my friend both just moved into our apartments, and the apartment that I'm staying in right now, she doesn't have very much light, like natural lighting, and I don't have all my furniture and stuff in there yet until the end of this week, so I can't, you know, add anything to help the lighting. Basically, my bookie butt let me film here. He's a real ass for that, so that's where the change of scenery is, and the next story time is probably gonna have another change of scenery. I don't think I'll be doing my next one here, but you never know, because I might need to put out another story time for y'all before the end of this week, because I've been on hiatus for like 2 months, which I know y'all know that because y'all have been dragging me in my comments, not even just in the comments, in my DMs. Y'all have been like,
girl, you have me watching videos of you from 2 years ago. What are you doing?
and I can't even be mad at it, y'all. I can't even be mad at it, because every time I hop on this camera, I be telling y'all, I'm so sorry for the break, you know what I'm saying? I'm back and I'm better, and then it be another break. And I swear I'm not just trying to leave y'all hanging. Y'all gotta remember, this is my job. This is how mama pays the bills. You get what I'm saying? So, like I be telling y'all, if I'm ever taking a break, it's for a reason. This one, it wasn't even a mental health break. This literally just was like, I was in the middle of a moving process again, and I had nowhere to film. Literally had nowhere to film. Like, before I got the keys to my apartment, I literally had to like go stay at my brother's house, go stay at my mom's house in between, because my lease was up at my last place, and my moving day for my new place was like spaced out. It's just been a lot. Like, dealing with the whole moving process again was really a lot. It really was a lot. I'm so sorry for being gone again. I know that y'all be looking forward to my videos. Some of y'all be like, you get me through my work day, like, where are you at? I love you guys so much for the patience, because me, I'm not a patient person. So normally I would have been like, where are you at? I'm about to give up on you, and y'all don't give up on me, so I love y'all so much. I will be doing an in-depth like Q&A life update video. That one will actually be tea, because I'm going to be addressing a lot of stuff that I don't address in any of my videos. A lot of stuff that y'all ask me about, people that y'all ask me about, I'm going to just be addressing it, because I don't got time for it no more. I'm tired of seeing the comments and the questions in my DMs about certain things. I'm just going to clear that up. Yeah, if you guys aren't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. I will be more consistent, so you don't got to worry about that. And when you subscribe, you become a better, you get a fatter ass, you get a bigger bank, you get that nigga that you've been plotting on. Yeah, hashtag need that.
Hashtag got that.
Before we get into the video, I did want to give you guys a heads up about a few things. I did want to put you guys onto my hairstylist. Y'all have seen her before, I'm pretty sure. If not, on here on my Instagram. And if you're not following my Instagram, ChesaLaMorena, follow me on Instagram. But yeah, Ruby, you guys need to, I'm gonna put both of her pages on the screen and in the description box. She literally slayed TF out of my hair. She did me a sew-in, and that shit was so flat, so laid. I loved it. I'm gonna be putting some videos, I'll probably scoot over. I'm gonna be putting some videos of my hair, how it looked, how she did it on the screen. Definitely get at her. And the hair that I used for that sew-in is from Ula Hair. I'm gonna be putting the hair information in the description box, as well as the stylist in the description box, because both are very tea. The hair did not give me any problems, any tangling. I even dyed the bundles jet black. I dyed them with professional hair dye and everything, and it gave me no problem. I dyed it myself, mind you, and yeah, she ate. And I didn't even have to put all 4 bundles in my head. I put 3 of the bundles in my head because she was full, and you know, I got a big head, but I didn't have all that head for 4 bundles. You get what I'm saying? So somebody's gonna say where the actual story starts in the comments. I really don't like those comments, because I really like y'all to be engaged with me and listen to what a bitch has to say, because I'm not just talking for no mother reason.
But it's okay.
This happened in 9th grade going on 10th grade, I think, because 9th grade is when I was struggling with math for real. Like, I really wasn't somebody that struggled in school. If y'all know me, I've said that before. I was in AP classes, I was on the AP debate team, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was a smart girl, but I was really having behavioral issues in high school and trying to be, you know, a rebel and not really, but I was like, I just was having real issues with my mental health, and I was skipping school. And my math class in 9th grade was definitely in first period, I believe, just like my senior year, and I was skipping that class a lot. And you know, I think 9th grade is when you learn algebra and all that shit, where you need to know the formulas, and if you miss the formulas, you ain't gonna be able to continue because it just gets harder from there. You get what I'm saying? And I was not paying attention. I'm not even gonna hold y'all like I was trying. I wasn't trying. So I ended up failing one of my semesters, I think, and they were telling me like, if you're not gonna get that together, if you don't get that credit back for that class, you're not gonna be on track to graduate on time. Which, I mean, I had hella time to catch up since it was 9th grade, but once I heard like, you're not gonna graduate on time if you don't get this class together, I was like, ugh, put me in summer school. So they had a summer school program where you could basically, you know, get your credits back for whatever classes or class that you failed. Y'all know I always give y'all the extra details because I be feeling like y'all need to know. I'm a nosy ass bitch, you might be a nosy ass bitch too, I don't know. So the summer school was put in an alternative school, like the school that's usually the alternative school for my county. And if you don't know what an alternative school is, it's basically where, I'm not gonna say where the bad kids go because that's stupid, but like a lot of the kids that have behavioral issues that got kicked out of school, out of like the regular high school or the regular middle school or whatever, they were sent to the alternative school. And I think also people who were really struggling academically or just really so far behind to the point where they weren't gonna like graduate on time even if they did summer school, like really behind, they were put in the alternative school program. Because I know a lot of the alternative school kids ended up graduating early because they be, you know, they got a whole nother program going on. So it was people from all different schools in my county. And I remember when I went, there were only like a few students. It wasn't in my same course, but like there were only like a few faces I recognized at that school, and everybody else, I didn't know who they were, literally. In my math course, there was one girl that I was actually friends with from school. Like she was my homegirl, and we're gonna name her Chihuahua. And I'll tell you in a minute why we're naming her Chihuahua. But yeah, so the way, like, I think the summer school program was like for 3 weeks, but depending on how like quick you got done with your course, you could leave early, I'm assuming. Because yeah, I'm not assuming, I know, because people were leaving earlier than other people, and some people had multiple classes to do, and it was really set up like a normal ass school day for real. Like you got there, I think we got there at like 8 a.m. and then we had like the first class, or no, you went to your first class and then you had a bathroom break, and then they had when you finish your first class or like the first part of your class, you go to lunch, and then you come back, finish, and then you go home for the day, and then you come back. And I think they did it like Monday through Wednesday each week, so it was dragged. It took a while. It wasn't every single day of the week like a normal school week. Not gonna lie, as soon as we got there, the vibes was not like, I thought summer school was gonna be fun. I mean, we made it fun to a certain extent, but like when we got in there, they were like,
all right, here's the work, get it done. Like if you in the computer, if you're doing computer work, get on it, get it done. Like
they was not playing with us. But I mean, it wasn't High School Musical. I don't know what I was expecting, but like they were like, y'all already slow
and remedial, y'all already failed, so y'all need to get the fuck in and get the fuck out.
That's what it was giving. So I think that kind of set the tone for everybody's attitude, because everybody was in that stank. I'm not gonna hold you. I get we gotta do our work, but damn.
Twin, just vibe, like your ass is not just vibing like at all.
The friend that I had that was in the same math course as me, we're gonna name her Chihuahua, because like Chihuahuas, you know, Chihuahuas are real yappy dogs. Like they do a lot of barking, they do a lot of yapping, but they don't do too much biting. You get what I'm saying? If they do bite you, it's not really gonna hurt for real, because they a little dog, you know what I'm saying? Little cute little dog, which I know Chihuahuas can be annoying too. Shorty wasn't really annoying to me, but she was a yapper and a lot of bark, no bite type of girl. And she knew that though. Like she was the type of girl that would be like, talk all that shit, but she ain't gonna fight you. Like she's not gonna fight you. She's just not. But she had a lot of homegirls like me. She still was my girl. So it's like, if a girl swing on you and she know you're not trying to fight, then I might have to, you know, you might have to tag me in. That's just what it is. Not only did the summer school have everybody from other schools, it also had every grade. Like we were 9th graders going to 10th grade, or if we passed our summer school course, going to 10th grade, but there were 9 through 12 there. When I said that they do bathroom breaks, literally we would be lined up single file, like we would all have to go to the bathroom at the same time. They literally did not let us go to the bathroom apart from the bathroom breaks unless like we were on our cycles or some shit. But like even that is weird. Like they literally had us line up, walk single file. We might as well be walking like shh, like that, like how we used to do in elementary school. Because why are we lining up at our big ages to go to the bathroom at the same time? I don't get it. But they were very strict. They did not play no games. They didn't provide us any lunch. It literally, there was a Chick-fil-A, which this is important. There's a Chick-fil-A that was down the street. Like I would guess if it was like to walk, it was probably like a 5-minute walk. It wasn't long at all, but it was scorching hot. It was like the devil's anus outside, the peak of summer, literally. So the walk was hell, but that was the only option that we had. Like they didn't let us go, like they were saying like we can't go any further than the Chick-fil-A. I mean, if you drove, I guess you could go anywhere, but if you didn't drive, you could walk up to that Chick-fil-A, you could eat there, or you could grab your Chick-fil-A and eat it in the caf. But they didn't offer no food. They didn't have nothing to offer, literally. So you either brought a lunch and ate it in the caf, or you got that Chick-fil-A and ate it in the caf, or you ate it there. So me and Chihuahua, we were just buying Chick-fil-A every day because for one, I wasn't about to make no packed lunch. I don't know why, but I mean, I wanted to eat Chick-fil-A. I'm big. I always been big and greedy. My back always been wide. So I was gonna eat that Chick-fil-A, you know what I'm saying? When we did the bathroom breaks, the other courses would be on the same bathroom break. So it would just be like lines at the bathroom, literally. I don't know why they didn't do it at different times. So we did see the other students that we didn't know, but like, we just didn't talk to them for real, you know what I mean? Like we wasn't like mingling and like making friends. Like that's not what the vibes were. So this one day, the day that it started to go left, it was like a regular day, and we went to our first bathroom break, and I remember telling Chihuahua, I was like, bruh, it's supposed to rain today. I really hope it doesn't, because Georgia weather is really bipolar. Like I think that's something everybody knows. Like in Georgia, the weather could say, oh, the forecast is rain and then it'll literally snow, or the forecast could say it's going to be a sunny nice day and it's hailing and tornadoing outside. So it's like you can't really, you got to take the forecast and the weather app and all that shit with a grain of salt, and you really just got to lick a finger and go do the weather forecast yourself, or you got to just wait for that to come. You get what I'm saying? So this one day, like I'm telling Chihuahua, I think it's gonna rain, I think it's gonna rain. She's like, no, it's not gonna rain, we're good, like we're good. So come time for lunch, that bell rang, and we all walked to the front. Like I said, there were students that were old enough to drive. I wasn't old enough to drive yet. I got my car either the end of 9th grade or 10th grade. I think I got it in 10th grade when I turned 16. So I wasn't driving, and Chihuahua was in 9th grade with me. She wasn't driving either. So we would walk to the Chick-fil-A. We would take that little walk in the sun, and we would go eat there and then come back, because we wasn't finna go get our food, walk back in that hot ass heat. Like, no. So this day that it's pouring, we walk to the front where we about to walk out to school, and it's literally pouring. I'm just looking out there like we're literally just staring outside the window, like hoping the rain just gonna magically stop so we can walk to Chick-fil-A. And I'm looking at her and I'm like, girl, like what are we finna do? Back always been big, so I'm telling Chihuahua, like, I don't know about you, girl, but I'm not skipping lunch. Like I'm gonna have to just book it. Like I'm gonna have to make a run for it in this rain because I'm hungry and I want my food. Like, I'm sorry, if you're not gonna go, I can try to save you a nugget, bring it back, I don't know. So she's like, nah girl, hold on one second, give me a second, don't leave. So she walks like back towards like the classes and the lockers and shit. Mind you, we don't use the lockers there, we just had to have our stuff with us. So I'm thinking like, what is she doing? Like, is she finna go to the classroom and get an umbrella? Like I didn't know what she was doing. So she walks away, and I'm like, I'm not watching her walk, I'm just like waiting for her or whatever. And then she texts my phone probably like 5 minutes later, and she's like, come to the lot. Like I said, there were people that drove, so they would go a completely different way than we would walk so that they can get to like the student lot or whatever. So I'm like, what the f? So I go to the door of the lot and I peek outside and I look, and shorty is in the back seat of some nigga's car with 2 niggas in the front seat. So in my head, I'm thinking like, okay, she asked somebody to give us a ride up to the Chick-fil-A because it's raining. Big whoop. Like, work smarter, not harder. I'm not finna trip. Like, I don't care. So what do? I walk my ass and hop in the back seat of the nigga's car, and they're taking us up to the Chick-fil-A. Cool, right? I know y'all are probably either thinking like, Chesa, biggest mistake you made in this video, or that's very nice of them, very gentlemanlike, right?
Wrong.
After they give us a ride to the Chick-fil-A, nothing comes of that. Like, it's not like we sit with them at the Chick-fil-A. It's not like they tried to hit on us. Like, literally, they just drove us up there, and then they went and ordered their stuff. We went and ordered our stuff, and then we all went and sat outside at separate tables. We didn't even talk to them, right? So I'm not thinking anything of it. I'm not even attracted to them. I'm not even thinking in that way. That's how you know they wasn't cute, because y'all know me from high school. I would have been like, hello, Bookie, like, you know what I'm saying? But it wasn't even giving that. Like, I literally just was like, I appreciate the ride so I don't have to be wet and walking in the rain. So everything's cool. We finish our day. We go home. Next day rolls around, probably the sunniest day I'd never seen in my life. Like, the bell rings for us to go to lunch, and I'm not thinking anything of getting a ride or nothing like that, because it was literally a nice day out and we were walking every other day, and I was under the impression that we was only riding with them because it was not a nice day out. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it's raining or something, then yeah, take us. But if it's a nice day, shorty, I'm gonna get my steps in, right? So I walk up to the front, and like both of us walk up to the front, and then we see old boys. I don't even want to give them a name because they're not even like, we're gonna just name them SpongeBob and Patrick. I see SpongeBob and Patrick, and they're like, oh, come ride with us up to the Chick-fil-A, we finna go. And it's giving, Chihuahua didn't tell me she was attracted to them. Like, she wasn't like acting like she was attracted to them towards me. Like, she wasn't like telling me that. But like the way that she would be like, hee, like, you know what I'm saying? Or like so eager to go, I was getting the vibe that she was interested in either SpongeBob or Patrick. So I'm just thinking like, okay, like, they're offering, so why not? So again, we hop in the car, we ride up to Chick-fil-A, and then this time when we get to the Chick-fil-A, they're asking for our names and our numbers and shit. And I think Chihuahua could peep that I think Chihuahua, let's just say SpongeBob is the one that was driving the car and Patrick was the one in the passenger seat. SpongeBob is the one that asked her for her number. Both of them were not cute to me, but SpongeBob, specifically the driver, is the one that asked for Chihuahua's information, and then Patrick was the one that was like basically trying to get at me. And they were both equally as ugly, so I wasn't really going for it. So I just was basically like, oh, like, I don't share my number for real. And Chihuahua, she could tell like that I wasn't like feeling it or whatever, and she was just basically like, oh, if you need like my number to let me know where y'all at, if y'all want to like ride together or whatever, you can just text me, or like SpongeBob can just let me know, and like Chesa be with me anyways. She gives SpongeBob her phone number, and then we all go inside. Again, we don't eat together, we go our separate ways, and we meet back up and they take us, or I think that day we might have walked back, I'm not really sure. So one day we are in our first bathroom break for the day or whatever, and like I said, there's other classes behind us, so we're standing in the line, and me and Chihuahua are in line together obviously, so they're sending us into the bathroom in like twos or something like that, or twos or fours. So because there was only like 4 stalls in there, so I'm pretty sure they were sending us in there in 4s. So we were walking in there, and when me and Chihuahua were walking out of the bathroom, there were these 2 girls that looked older, like they looked like they could be seniors or whatever, or like juniors, and they're walking in, and I just noticed they both got the stuck face. Like, it's a group of 3 girls, but only 2 of them I think were going into the bathroom, and one of them was still in the line. But the 2 girls that were walking past us were giving us the stuck face, like mean as mugging. Like, I'm talking about like walking in like, you know, just stank ass face. And I don't think Chihuahua peeped, because she's not like, I'm always the friend in any situation, even to this day, where I'm observing people. Like, I'm very observant of people, and like I feel like I be an empath. I told y'all that. So I really be like peeping people's energy and like sussing people out. That's just something that I do. I don't really try to do it, I just do it. So I peeped that they giving us like this ugly ass mug, and I don't say nothing, because one thing about me, baby, you can have a mug all day, because some people have an RBF like I do sometimes. People have told me, oh, you look, you know, intimidating or unapproachable the whole time you start talking to me, and I got the biggest smile on my face, or I'm, you know what I'm saying, I'm a nice person. But some people just have a natural mean mug, and I didn't know these girls, so I was like, I don't like how they looking, but they ain't saying nothing to me, so that mug can't be for me type shit. So I'm just gonna say girl 1, girl 2, and girl 3. I don't really got time to make no clever names for these right now. So basically, that day passes or whatever. I don't think nothing of it, but just keep in mind that girl 1, girl 2, and girl 3 was giving us some nasty looks that day, right? So fast forward, the next day I get to school and Chihuahua is not there. So one thing about the school, like I said, they had strict ass rules. They said like if you had 3 absences, that's like an automatic fail for the course or whatever. Like you couldn't miss 3 days of the summer school. So I didn't know how many days. I don't think she'd missed any days before that day. I'm not really sure. I don't really remember. But I do remember being like concerned because we both were like serious about getting our course done. Like we was on track to get out of the summer school early and everything. Like we was doing our ones. I ended up texting her. Like I waited till like the first part of the class was over, like right before lunch, to see if she was gonna come late or something like that. Sorry I talk with my hands, y'all. Somebody's gonna comment about it. I don't care. I got these nails on. Like you already know what it is. So I asked her like, hey, are you good? Like I peeped you not here. And she sent me the moon emoji. Like this moon emoji. So I'm like, what the fuck? Like I put like a moon emoji back and I'm like, girl, what is you smiling about? And she was like, I'm gonna tell you. So I just kind of left it alone. Like I don't press stuff with people, y'all. I swear I don't press stuff. I'd be like, okay, you said you're gonna let me know, so then you let me know later, I guess. Like, okay. Lunchtime rolls around and I end up walking to the Chick-fil-A myself. And I noticed I don't see old boy's like car anywhere. I didn't even see SpongeBob. Like I did not see SpongeBob anywhere. But in the moment, I didn't put 2 and 2 together about anything. Like I'm pretty sure y'all already thinking what I'm thinking, but like I wasn't thinking like that. I literally was just like, oh, like okay, whatever. So I get my lunch, I ate it, I walked back. She didn't come back for the rest of the school day, right? And I'm like, all right, cool. So I'm gonna see her tomorrow. We gonna talk. I'm gonna figure out why she wasn't here. So the next day, Chihuahua comes back to school and she's acting like guilty and like ashamed. Like she's like not, still like hasn't told me why she wasn't there. She's like, we haven't had the talk or whatever. Like I don't know what she got going on at this point. I'm just kind of like, girl, what, are you good? Lunch rolls around and I'm like, do you want to get a ride or do you want to walk? And she's like, let's walk. Like she's like, hurry up, let's go. Like can we hurry up and go get it? But I'm like, okay, so whatever you want to walk, let's walk. So we walk. This is speed walking, like them white ladies that be like jogging on the side of the road, like that walk that's like, it's not a run but it's not a walk, you know what I'm saying? That speed jog, that's what she's doing. And I'm like, girl, it's hot as outside. Like I'm literally dying. I stopped her like, girl, what's wrong with you? Like why are you walking so fast? Please relax. And she's like, no, like I'm gonna tell you, but I just want to hurry up and get our food. So we get to Chick-fil-A, we order our food, and she's like, can we walk it back to the caf? Like I don't want to eat it here. And I'm thinking like, I'm trying to be a friend and not be too like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay girl, it's hot as but okay. So we get our food, we walk it all the way back to the caf, and then this is when I press her. So I'm like, girl, I'm not even trying to like make you feel pressed, but you just had me do a lot just now. So what's going on? Like why did we just do all of that? We never do all of that. Like even if we do walk, we never walk, get our food, walk it all the way back to the caf and then eat it. Like what are you doing? Like what's going on? And before she can even say anything to me, I see girl number 1 and girl number 2. I don't know where girl number 3 be. Girl number 3 was like around every time, but this time girl number 3 wasn't there. So girl number 1 and girl number 2 walk up, and they walking up like they, you know what I'm saying, they mean business, like they came to fight or something. So you know what I'm saying, I'm like, I sit up real quick. I don't know who these girls are, but these are the same that was mugging at the bathroom. So I'm just looking like, what the fuck? So girl 2 just stands kind of behind girl 1. She don't say nothing, and girl 1 starts pressing Chihuahua. She's like,
you just a fast ass little girl, ain't it?
Like just randomly starts talking like that. She's like,
oh, so you just a fast ass little girl, ain't it? That's sad, that's sad.
And I'm just looking like,
oh, hi. Wait a minute. Who are you?
y'all, I swear in any other circumstance or situation like this, I probably would have popped off, like just off of hearing somebody talking to my friend crazy. But I genuinely was so confused that I was like, I couldn't even say anything in the moment. I was just like looking like, you know what I'm saying? Like confused. She ends up saying like,
I hate that for you. You just a fast ass little girl.
So I'm looking around like, am I on What Would You Do? Like, is John Quinones finna pop up? Like, is this a joke? Am I being punked right now? Like, who is this hoe and why is she pressing my friend? So I'm just like, what the fuck is she she talk? Like, I'm like, what are you talking about? And she's like, she knows, this fast ass little hoe, she knows. So my friend, like I said, she's a yapper. She's not a big dog, but she's still gonna, you know, do her barking and shit. So she's like, bitch, who the f are you talking to? Like, who are you calling a hoe? Like, what are you talking about? I don't even know what the f you talking about. So by the time my friends start getting rowdy, the administrators or whatever you want to call them people, they come in there and they're like, y'all need to be quiet. The next time I have to tell y'all anything, y'all are out of here and y'all aren't coming back. That's all you had to say, baby. That is all you had to say. Mind you, summer school wasn't free. It wasn't free. Our parents had to pay for that. We had to pay for it, and it's like our graduating status depends on that. So I don't know about anybody else, but I was quiet. That's the only time that I ever been gagged. Okay, so I was like, okay. So shorty ends up like walking away. I end up pulling my friend, and I think I pulled her to the bathroom or the side of the calf, and I'm like, girl, what was that about? Like, do you know her or something? Because she was from another school, clearly. Like, do you know something? Like, do you know something I don't know? Am I missing something? She's like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. But the day that I wasn't here yesterday, or whenever it was that she missed school, she was like, the day I missed school was because I went with SpongeBob. And I was like, what are you talking about? And she was like, SpongeBob and I have been texting or whatever since he got my number, and he was asking me, like, you know what I'm saying, did I want him to pull up on me? And he pulled up on me, and we decided to skip school together. Like, we didn't come because we were spending the day together. My mom was at work, and he came over, and she looked guilty as like she did something with him, basically. And I was just like, oh, okay, but what does that have to do with shorty that just pressed you? Like, what's the correlation with that? And she's like, I don't know, I think that that's her best friend, because he did tell me that his best friend was at the same summer school as us. And I'm thinking like, that's weird, but okay. So I'm like, oh, like, okay, like, I'm not trying to judge her, because at the time in 9th grade, 10th grade too, 11th grade too, I was a virgin. I wasn't like doing nothing with nobody. I definitely was talking to a lot of guys, but I wasn't doing nothing with nobody. But my friends, most of my friends were like, and I didn't judge, I didn't care. So I was like, all right, like, well, are you like regretting doing something with him? Is that why you were avoiding going to Chick-fil-A, or like, what's going on? Like, she's like, yeah, ever since we did something, I feel kind of embarrassed about it, and he like started acting weird after we did stuff together, so I just been trying to avoid him or whatever. And I was like, okay, like, we can avoid him, but I don't like how shorty's coming at you like that. Like, we need to get that together, because that ain't going, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't play that shit with my friends, y'all, especially now. The last fight that I got in, which I have recent story times that I still need to do for y'all, like recent fights that I've gotten into, not like recent like this week or this month or whatever, but the last couple months I've been gone, there's plenty of story times that happened just within those 2 months. So trust, y'all got, I mean, I have plenty of old ones too, but y'all got some new coming too. But anyway, so I was like, I get that you want to avoid him, so we don't have to ride with him anymore up to the Chick-fil-A, but like, we're still gonna eat our Chick-fil-A with your chin up, with your chest out. We're not doing that. Like, you did what you did with him. You don't need to be embarrassed, because it's what you wanted to do. If anybody should be embarrassed, it's him, because no shade, he's like in 11th grade and we're in 9th, baby. If anybody needs to be ashamed, it needs to be him. But we're gonna get our Chick-fil-A, and we're gonna eat it at Chick-fil-A like we do every day. We're not doing that. Like, no. So she's like, okay, cool, like, you right. So the next day rolls around, y'all, and I kid y'all not, like, I'm not even exaggerating. Y'all know I got a little spidey sense about myself. Literally the day that I woke up for that school day, something told me, wear leggings, a hoodie, and some like sneakers. And for that summer school course, normally what I was wearing are like sandals, jean shorts, and a crop top, because it was hot. Like, I'm telling you, it was hot as even the AC in the school building was not like working good. Like, it was hot everywhere, especially outside. So, but that day I just like, I had put on leggings, I had put on, I think I put on my Fazos, or I might have put on some like New Balances or something, and then I put on a hoodie, like one of those that you tie at the neck, right? I don't know why, but I just felt like after, I think it was just after shorty like came up like that, and her having other friends, I just was like, So I put that on or whatever, and I went to school, and I didn't end up seeing those girls by the bathrooms or nothing like that. Like, I didn't catch them or nothing like that. So I'm thinking everything's good, because I was thinking if something gonna happen when I get there, because we would see those girls at the bathroom breaks and stuff, and we didn't like really see them this day. So I was like, oh, okay, they probably not even here today. Very good, because I didn't want to fight. Like, if y'all know all the fights that I've been in, I don't be looking for a fight. Now, there are some stories that I'm probably gonna tell y'all where y'all gonna be like, girl, you were asking for it in that one. But in these situations, I really don't be looking for a fight, especially in a place where if I get in a fight, you get automatically, like they've said in the beginning, like, you get in any physical fights, that's like immediate expulsion, like you're gone. So I'm like, you think I came there because I wanted to fight? Hell nah. Come lunchtime, like I did tell her that we were gonna like walk and eat it there, she's like having hesitation about it. She's like, are you sure you don't want to just eat it or go back to the cafe or whatever? And I told her, I was like, girl, I have damn near on a whole sweatsuit today and it's hot outside. I'm not getting my food and walking it all the way back. I'm just not. Like, I'm sorry, I'm just not. Like, you don't have to be worried about nothing. He's not gonna say nothing to you because I guarantee you he don't want everybody knowing what y'all did anyway because that looked bad on him. So stop worrying about that nigga. Like, she wasn't even worried about the girl. She was worried about him. So I'm telling her, like, girl, fuck him. We're going to eat at the Chick-fil-A. So we go, we get our Chick-fil-A, we eat it outside. And after we eat, I ended up going to the bathroom to wash my hands. And she's still sitting outside. Like, we still have some time before walking back or whatever. And I go inside because I got like Polynesian sauce on my fingers and shit. So I go to the bathroom to wash my hands. So as I'm walking out of the bathroom, no, as I'm at the sink washing my hands, girl number one is walking out the bathroom and she like chuckles or whatever. And at the sink, I'm washing my hands, standing at the sink. I'm looking at her through the mirror of the sink and I'm like, it's funny. And she just walks out anyways. Like, she just keeps walking. She don't stop and say nothing to me. She just keeps walking. So I knew what time it was already. I felt like something was gonna pop off and I didn't want her to be, or like the other girls to already be out there where my friend was eating, or for old girl to go try to press my friend while I'm in the bathroom. So I, like, with wet hands and everything, walk out there, and lo and behold, the girls are sitting at a table directly next to me and Chihuahuas. So I sit with Chihuahua and I'm like, she's like finishing her food or whatever. And I literally told her, y'all, I told her, this is me trying to avoid all conflict. I was like, come on, like, let's go. I don't even think Chihuahua noticed them girls right there, because when I said to her, come on, she was like, I'm not done with my food. And this girl is non-confrontational. Like, I mean, she do be popping off at the mouth, but she's not the type to want that to be an interaction. You know what I'm saying? It's just kind of like when people catch her or check her, she'll pop off at the mouth, but she ain't going for nothing else really. So she didn't notice. So I'm like, all right. So I sit down and I'm kind of like just listening into the table, trying to wait for Chihuahua to finish her food. All of a sudden, girl number one gets on the phone and she's like,
Your little hoes are here.
What do you mean by that?
Who's little hoes? Because first of all, my friend is not his hoe. But even if she was, why are you saying hoes plural? Like, that got something to do with me. Like, Chesa is included in this. What are you doing right now? So she's like,
Yeah, your little hoes are here. Why you not here driving them around the city like you always do?
so we know she's talking shit about us, right? Mind you, I have never in my life been in that car and went anywhere but to that Chick-fil-A. Now, granted, my friend did, you know what I'm saying, have him come over and stuff like that, but like, how are you mad? Like, you're his best friend and you're mad at my friend. Like, what's going on here? It's giving like you one of your best friend, which that's usually how that shit go. So she's just yapping at the mouth, and this is like, it took everything in me to literally like close my eyes and be like, Chesa, we're not gonna do this right now. We're not gonna do this right now. So before I even could make a decision on whether I want to stand up and walk away or stand up and like say something to the girl, Chihuahua's like, Chesa, come on. So she stands up and she grabs my hand. And when she stands up and grabs my hand, girl number one and number two both stand up. I look at Chihuahua and I like mouth to her, I'm like, let go. I'm talking about my hand. I'm like, let go. And she mouths to me like I don't want to fight. You don't want to fight. I said, Chihuahua, let go. So she lets go of my hand and I go to like pick up like the trash or whatever. And all I hear is from girl number one,
Yeah, leave. Ass little girls.
What?
Y'all know how this situation always goes in these story times when somebody tries to like call themselves being like, yeah, that's what I thought to me. Because that ain't what you thought. And I'll show you in a second that's not what you thought and that's not what it is. So as soon as she said, and it wasn't even the P word that had me, it was the little girls. It was the little girls, because like, yeah, you older than me, but I'm about to show you what a little girl can do. So I turned to her and I'm spazzing like,
Who a little girl? Who a little girl? What you want to do? What you want to do? You want to fight me? I'll beat your ass a little girl. This little girl will beat your hoe. What you want to do?
So I'm going off at the mouth, and all I remember her saying before anything else is she was like,
Your little friend fighting my nigga.
oh, so he's your nigga now. He's your nigga now. I thought he was your best friend. Now he's your nigga. He don't even claim you as your nigga. But okay, so I was like, your nigga is the one who want my friend on his. She swings on me. Boo. So y'all already know how that go. I tied my hoodie up before Shorty swung on me. Like when I was like talking like, what you want to do? I'm like putting the hood on my head, tying that shit back. My hair is like tucked in the little hoodie or whatever. She swings on me while I'm in the middle of talking. Not gonna lie, it definitely connected. I didn't weed that shit, but boo, boo, boo. We get to fight. Boo, 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 boo. I'm hitting this bitch. Obviously, like, what did y'all think was gonna happen? So I'm fighting her. I have her against the Chick-fil-A outdoor tables. I'm beating her in on the table. She's knocking me onto the ground. We're like, this is a big girl, but she's still not beating me. So we're on the ground. I'm beat, 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 beat. Push her ass down with my legs. Beat, 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 beat. I'm beating her in. Girl number two, me and the girl stopped fighting for a second. And I'm like, I remember saying like, what, y'all gonna jump me? What, y'all gonna jump me? And like, me and first girl stopped fighting for a second, and that's when girl number two was like, nah, your friend need to get in the field or you gonna have to fight us all. So I'm like, I look over at Chihuahua for a second. Chihuahua's looking at me, and I'm like, it is what it is. So I swing on girl number two. Beep, 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 beep. I'm fighting her. You know what I'm saying? We going at it. Girl number one that I was fighting first jumps in the fight. So girl number one is hitting me while I have girl number two. I'm straddled on girl number two, beating her in, and I'm getting hit on the head by girl number one. Like, that's all you doing? You can't even get me, like, she's trying to pull me off of girl number two so that she can get back like with me, and she can't even get me off girl number two. Girl number one can't even get me off girl number two. You're just hitting me in the head, and like, I'm eating that shit because I'm still beating in your friend. You're not stopping me from beating in your friend. So like, how am I getting jumped by two and y'all are not even beating me? So before girl number three, I think girl number three wasn't even over there yet, but girl number three ends up coming over there, and Chihuahua ends up swinging on girl number three. So I'm like fighting two hoes basically on your behalf, because I didn't even do nothing with these niggas, nor did I even think they were cute. I even dubbed one of the niggas and didn't give him my number, so why am I even fighting these hoes right now? So I was like, I said something like,
Chihuahua, you better get that. I'm not playing.
so she gets that. Chihuahua's in the field, beep, beep, beep. She's doing her one or whatever. She's fighting girl number three. Girl number three was the smallest girl too. And I wasn't paying attention to that fight, but I know Chihuahua didn't really have no damage done to her for real. So the white folks that are out there, the civilians that are just out there eating, they're running inside to the workers or whatever. The workers are coming out there like, I'm gonna call the police. I'm gonna call the police. So I get off of girl number two, and I punched girl number one more time, and I think girl number one like hit me again, and then we got separated or whatever. And I remember them, like all three of them ran to their car or whatever, because they were older. They drove, and then like me and Chihuahua went to the bathroom to like look at ourselves, and all I had was broken nails, literally broken nails. And like I had like a hole in my legging from like, because the ground out there at the outdoor area, the ground was like stone, so like my knees were scratched up and I had like a hole in my leggings. But like it looked like I got to tussling, but I didn't have no like damage done to my face. We get back to the school, and girl number one, I pulled her tracks out of her head. Her tracks were hanging out of her head. Girl number two was leaking. Girl number three, I'm pretty sure Chihuahua had girl number three leaking, and I think Chihuahua had like a bloody nose or something. She didn't like have a bruise or nothing, but I think her nose was bleeding. She had like piercings in her nose, which I did too, but I didn't get hit in my nose, thankfully. So we get called into the office when we walk in there, because we all look like we just got in a fight, and they already seen us arguing. But the gag was, since we fought at the Chick-fil-A, they had no like footage or video footage of us fighting, like no real proof of us fighting, and they wasn't about to go up there to the Chick-fil-A, because the Chick-fil-A didn't even know that we were from that school, and I don't think the school wanted, you know, to be attached to that ghetto ass situation. So they couldn't kick us out or nothing like that, but they were like, we know that y'all fought, obviously y'all fought off of the school premises, so we can't like kick y'all out of the program, but y'all are not allowed to walk up to the Chick-fil-A no more. And y'all, literally, like, fast forward to like the last day of the program, or the last day that I was there, because I don't think I stayed to the very end of the program, but the last day that I saw girl number 1 and 2, literally girl number 1 apologized to me in the bathroom. She was like, I just want to apologize, I need to be a bigger person because I'm older than you. And she was like, I'm not a good example doing messy shit like that over a nigga. I just want to apologize. Like, I know we not gonna be cool, I don't even know you, but I just want to apologize because if anything I should be mad at the nigga, not at you. And I was like, I literally said to her in the bathroom, I was like, you shouldn't be mad at me at all because I literally didn't do nothing with that nigga. That wasn't even my problem. And she was like, yeah, but like, even your friend, like, I was like, you shouldn't be mad at none of us. You should not be mad at none of us. Like, you're only apologizing because I beat your ass and you're surprised that a little girl beat your ass and you feel stupid now. Like, what? So that was the end of that. I used to have the video on my Snapchat that somebody took, because we were like, there were other people from like the summer school that were out there when we got in that fight, and like people were recording and I think it got posted on Snapchat, but I don't think I can find that video. I don't even have Snapchat, but if I can find it, I'll put it in here. Or no, if I can find it, I'll put it on Instagram. So y'all need to go follow my Instagram just in case I put it on there. I might put it on my story whenever I do find it. So what y'all need to do is follow my Instagram, ChesaTheBrat, and while you're there, like my pictures, because why not? But yeah, definitely follow me on Instagram because I be posting, like, even when I do subscriber story time videos and stuff, that is where I go to post anything fighting. I put it on Instagram because YouTube will take that shit down. So either way, go follow my Instagram. If you like this video, make sure you comment, like, and subscribe. Comment other videos that you guys want to see from me. Turn on the post notification bell so you never miss when I post a video. Follow me on all my social medias that are in the link tree in the description box below. Also, again, shout outs to Ruby who did my hair. Definitely go follow her. Tell her that Chesa sent you. Book with her. She can literally do anything under the sun, and it's always a vibe with her. I literally cannot even explain it. You have to go experience it for yourself. Thank you to Ula Hair for like the best bundles I've ever had. And also, y'all, I do want to show you guys something that has been saving my life. This bag has been literally saving my life this entire time that I've been going through this moving process. This is like a spend a night bag on steroids. Like, you can use this bag to go travel. It's just the ultimate like duffel. It is real quality, real heavy duty. Imagine at the airport like this, like, this is my carry-on. Everybody gonna be like, what is that? Where did you get that? But yeah, this is, you can go on Instagram and go to indigo.supply. And you can DM them for purchases. There's not really pictures and stuff. It's a newer account, but that's where I got this bag from. So definitely go and tell them Chesa sent you. I also will be vlogging a lot more for you guys because I have been super busy lately. Like, I've been actually doing stuff, hanging with my friends, experiencing life, and I feel like I need to start vlogging more for you guys. So I'm gonna be doing the story times, I'm gonna be doing vlogs, I'm gonna be still doing subscriber content. But I really do, when I say let me know other things you guys want to see from me, I really want to know in the comments. If you can leave a comment right now and let me know just a new video idea that you haven't already seen from me already. So don't say, oh, I want to see a vlog, or oh, I want to see a subscriber story time, or oh, I want to see more story times. Let me know new content that you guys want to see from me, because this year I want to focus on giving you guys the ultimate amount of quality content. Like, anything that y'all want to see from me, I'm down to try it for you guys. Again, thank you so much for your patience with me. I love you guys so much.
ChesaTheBrat.